Welcome to day 2 of Navratri. So today I'm very excited to talk to you all about the deity and goddess of this day, the second incarnation of Maa Brahmacharini. So today's deity or goddess is Maa Brahmacharini. Yes, Maa Brahmacharini. Now, the reason why I love her is because this particular incarnation of Maa Brahmacharini is, she's pretty tough. This particular incarnation, she took a spiritual path. She reminds me a lot of myself. So, it's pretty amazing because she's also the goddess of penance, wisdom, and knowledge. And yes, I have my own little bendy today. It's pretty cool. They brought me a package of them so I could just put them on my forehead every day. So this particular deity is the goddess of penance and wisdom and knowledge. And I will be looking down periodically to read my notes because I want to keep this as condensed as possible and as accurate as possible. This is just the English translation minus the story. Okay? And so she's the ruler of Mars. That's what we're talking about, is the astrology. So when you honor her or do penance, offerings, service to Maa Brahmacharini, then you are calling in, like, you're giving offerings to this goddess of the ruler of Mars, okay? And Mars, if you know anything about the planet of Mars, Mars is the god of war. Mars has everything to do with your energy, and it has everything to do with your sexuality and your how you handle things, your emotions, and anger and aggression. So when you give penance, it's kind of like saying, please help me with these things. In this particular case, Maa Brahmacharini. And so she's also the, again, the ruler, the goddess of penance, wisdom, and knowledge. And the planet of Mars is what she is the overseer of. And that, again, that action, it's about action, energy, and sexuality. So understanding the energies of Mars will help you understand a little bit about yourself when it comes to where your astrological sign is in your natal chart. So you might be, for example, myself, I am a Taurus. Taurus is ruled by Venus, which is the planet of love. However, the planet of Mars, I also have Taurus in Mars, which is kind of interesting because Mars is the god of war. And so there are certain things that I can benefit from when I learn the energies about Mars and how I can balance those within myself. So she helps you balance these energies, and she also helps you negate the negative qualities. It just depends upon the degree of what your sign is in Mars, excuse me. So everybody's natal chart is different. This is all about the astrology with that and learning how to work with that, as well as Maa Brahmacharini is the goddess of the sacral chakra. And yesterday was all about the root chakra. Today is all about the sacral chakra. My goodness, tongue-tied there. And to honor her, white is her color. They also say red because she is pure. And so purity is white, and she's also about love and loyalty and wisdom and knowledge too, as I've mentioned. So white is her color. So today I'm wearing white to honor her. And then some of the offerings that you could give her would be things like rice, honey, jasmine flowers, a few other things too. Let's see here. Rice, honey, and those things will help please her. So if you were going to do an altar, those are the type of things that you would place on the altar for her. Like you do, if you have studied anything about chakras or Buddhism or anything like that, maybe you've created an altar. You probably have one if you're a spiritual person. So these are the things that you would put on a plate to honor her. And then you would also say a mantra, her mantra. So I'm going to continue on and tell you a little bit more about her. So she is associated with the sacral chakra, which is below the navel, where your perineum is, and it's also associated with your sexual organs and your kidneys. The etymology of the name Brahmacharini, stems from two chakra words, and those are Brahma, which is meaning the one self, personal God, and sacred knowledge, which is pretty cool. And then the other root word in Sanskrit that her name is derived from is Charini, which is the female version of Chara, which is the male, obviously, engaging, proceeding behavior and conduct. In Vedic, it means female who pursues a sacred religious knowledge, which I don't know about you, but I pretty much see that as me. So I'm super stoked about that. So again, honoring her negates the ill effects of Mangala, which is in Hindi, Mars, from your natal chart. So say, for example, like when I had the Vedic Pandan read my hand, actually he just read my hand, and he said that my mounts of Saturn were a little bit flat. So that meant that weak of mind, which meant that I had to work to say certain chants to help negate the negativities of Saturn. So the same thing, your hand represents, it's the same thing. Everybody gets very confused about the fact of astrology, astronomy, palmistry, and all these things. It's actually all the same, and it's all based on Vedic, which is knowledge, and they're connected. This is like a map. So your hand in palmistry, the right hand is like a map of your life, okay? And everything that you have potential for is in your palm. The left, that's your right hand. The left hand is what you're doing with it. So it varies, and it can change. The lines can actually change in your palm. So back to where we are, it's a map, and so if you have weaknesses in the areas of Mars, when you honor her, Maa Brahmacharini, then that will help you negate the negative energies of Mars, which are anger, hostility, things like that. And of course we don't want those things because they don't serve us any good. It says, so she is also, she wears white for purity and orange as a fringe. Now I have more gold in here, but orange obviously representing the sacral chakra, which you know is all about creativity, and we're just moving up from the chakras as we started yesterday at the root chakra, okay? And the proper offerings again for her would be jasmine flowers, rice, sandalwood, milk, curd, and honey. By honoring her, virtues such as penance, renunciation, dispassion, and restraint inherently improve. It also enhances ethical conduct and achievement of your goals. So when you balance those things, it will help you achieve your goals. And then I did make it very quick today. I did very well. So I organized my papers very well. And then your mantra that you have for that you would say 108 times is Om Devi Brahmacharini Namah. Okay? So it would be, keep my papers from flying away here. Put this over here. It would literally be, you want to do this right here. This is knowledge, okay? And you would sit back and you would do your meditation, and you're going to say it 108 times. And again, the reason why you say it 108 times is because it's creating a vibrational frequency. You're kind of like locking in that sound. When you say the word Om and you do it properly, you can literally feel it activating your chakras. This is why we do this. I know that most Americans don't understand all of this. However, you can feel it. I had a very excellent meditation last night with my Vedic Pandit friend Shivam. And so the vibrations, it's easier to experience it than explain it. So you would literally, you want your mouth to be in an O shape, oh, and you're going to make your feet flat on the floor so that way you're grounded, and you're going to feel it in your diaphragm. So you're going to go, oh. When you make the sound, it's not a it's not like that. It's a you need your mouth closed, and then for your O, you want a circular shape. Om. But it's much deeper from your belly. And as you do that, you can start to feel the vibrations. I can feel them already. It's pretty amazing. So again, hers was Om Devi Brahmacharini Namah. So you would say that 108 times, and that vibration not only sends to the universe and balances those things out, but you can literally feel your chakras just activating. Like I had the most beautiful tingling sensation through my body last night when I was practicing my ohms. It was fantastic. And so then that would be the beautiful mantra that you would say for her 108 times. Look on YouTube. There are tons of videos where you can listen to them say it properly. You know, that probably would be best because I'm white and from America, and my accent isn't quite the right way, and I'm still learning how to do these beautiful sounds. And as you know, tones and frequencies are very, very healing. You've heard of sound therapy. So it's the same thing. You're literally doing the sound therapy for yourself, for this particular goddess, which represents Mars, which affects you in your astrological chart. Everybody has like Mars somewhere in their chart. And then I also have a couple of foods and recipes that I'll be putting in the links below. And I'm going to just tell you their names because they're pretty cool. The first one, and I'm going to actually probably practice how to make these. The first food dish that I'll be showing or putting the recipe for in the link is called Sinhar Ati Ka Halawa. And what it is it's a water chestnut pudding. It's amazing sounding. And then there's another one. This one sounds kind of interesting. It's called Keli Kai Barfi. I know that doesn't sound very pretty, and I tried to Google it so I could understand what it is. But barfi is, it's a dessert. And so this particular recipe is a banana dessert. And so I guess the best way to explain a barfi would be not what it sounds like. So what it is that you would make this mixture with ghee and flour and bananas, and then you're going to spread it into a pan and chill it for an hour. And then you cut it into squares, and then you decorate it or garnish it with slivers of almonds and pistachios. Sounds absolutely amazing. I'm super excited to make that one. And then the last one is called a thali buckwheat kajdi. I obviously did not say that correctly, but you'll see these in the link below. And that actually is, it's buckwheat grouts. So if you don't know what grouts are, it's a lot like oatmeal. And according to what I read, it's what they would feed a baby for the first time. So it's pretty amazing. And I'm super excited to share this with you on day 2. I'm really getting into this Navratri celebration. And I get to go to temple tonight at 5 o'clock and celebrate again. So I've got to get ready, and I'm sending you much love and light, and have a beautiful second day of Navaratri. And connect with your first chakra and your second chakra as we've been doing that. And yesterday, as you know, was the moon in your astrological chart. And this is all based on the Hindu lunar cycle, okay? It's mathematical, and it's scientific, and it's proven. And I explained a little bit of that to you guys yesterday in the other video. I'll be making more videos to get more in detail when I have an opportunity. Things are super busy right now, though. So I'm sending you much love and light. As it is above is below, as it is within is without. Namaste, you guys. Much love. Until soon.